Number 4. Mark drives a car at 55 miles per hour. Beth drives her car at 70 miles per hour. Part A. How many more miles did Beth drive than Mark in 3 hours? So when we know the miles per hour, and we know how long they drove, we can multiply these to determine how far. So Mark was driving at 55 miles per hour for 3 hours, and 55 times 3 is 165. Beth was driving at 70 miles per hour for 3 hours, so she drove 210 miles. So if we want to know how many more miles did Beth drive, we'll subtract these. 210 minus 165. And this gives us 45 miles. How long will it take Mark to drive 275 miles? So we know he's traveling at 55 miles per hour. And to determine the time, you take how many miles divided by your speed. 275 divided by 55 is 5. So it'll take Mark 5 hours. The Boston Humane Society recently hosted its annual Pie and Ice Cream Social. Each of the 93 pies donated was cut into 6 pieces. At the end of the evening, 382 pieces of pie had been sold. How many pies had been sold, and how many were left over? So we know 382 pieces were sold, and we know that there are 6 pieces per pie, so dividing by 6 gives us the number of pies sold. 382 divided by 6 is 63, with a remainder of 4. And we do need to reduce. 4 and 6 have a 2 in common, so this becomes 2 over 3. So 63 2/3 pies had been sold. How many pies were left over? Well, we originally had 93 pies, and 63 2/3 pies were sold. We can rewrite 93 as 92 and 3 over 3, since 3/3 is 1 and 92 plus 1 is 93. Minus 63 2/3. 92 minus 63 is 9. 3 minus 2 is 1. So there was 9 1/3 pie left over. Number 6. Jamie bought 23 cases of soda for her party. Each case contained a dozen cans. If her guests drank 223 cans of soda, how many cases were used? Well, we know how many cans they drink, 223. And we know that there are a dozen cans in each case, so 12. So 223 divided by 12, and you get 18 with a remainder of 7. So 18 7/12. How many sodas were left over? Well, we know there was 23 cases, each containing 12 sodas. 23 times 12 tells us we had 276 sodas to start with. 223 of these were consumed, so subtracting how much we had minus how much were drank, there were 53 sodas left. How many cases of soda were left over? Well, we know there were 53 sodas and 12 per case. So 53 divided by 12 is 4, with a remainder of 5. So 4 5/12 cases of soda were left over.